What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Let's get right into this topic that we're going to be examining, coming from the post-millennial, and then also a clip from Dylan Mulvaney himself, basically complaining that I don't know. You know, these people always got something to complain about. You know, he's basically saying that Bud Light didn't go all the way in with their woke campaign, and after the backlash that he received, left him hanging to dry on his own. And it's just hilarious. So he's been silent ever since the backlash, and I think this is his first time speaking up after the whole fiasco. So let's watch this clip together of him complaining, and then we'll read the article right afterward. Let's get it.
Hi. One thing I will not tolerate people saying about me is that I don't like beer, because I love beer and I always have. I built my platform on being honest with you, and what I'm about to tell you might sound like old news, but you know that feeling when you have something uncomfy like sitting on your chest? Well, that's how I feel right now. So this feels like the right thing to do. I took a brand deal with a company that I loved, and I posted a sponsored video to my page. And it must have been a slow news week, because the way that this ad got blown up, you would have thought I was like on a billboard or on a TV commercial or something major. But no, it was just an Instagram video. And the wildest part is that they also sent me one can with my face on it. You might have seen it. And funny story, I had the can around my house, but then I realized, wait, I need to protect this can. So I hid it somewhere, and now I can't find it because I hid it so well. But when I do find it, I feel like it needs to go in a museum, preferably behind bulletproof glass. And you might be thinking, Dylan, why bring it up now? I'm bringing it up because what transpired from that video was more bullying and transphobia than I could have ever imagined. And I should have made this video months ago, but I didn't. And I was scared, and I was scared of more backlash, and I felt personally guilty for what transpired. So I patiently waited for things to get better. But surprise, they haven't really.
No, see, let me kind of give my opinion on this. I think he waited this long because everything has died down a little bit, especially surrounding him. You know, these people don't care the type of attention that they get, whether it's good or bad. As long as they get attention, that's all they care about. So since he was, you know, he didn't speak up about this because he was already getting attention from the media, from everybody, everywhere. And so he didn't have no reason to speak up. So now that everything has died down and the attention has dwindled away and nobody's really talking about this dude, he's coming up here and making more videos to become relevant again. That's the point here. It's not that he was scared to speak up or anything like that. No, that's not true whatsoever. Because apparently you love to speak up about every other injustice that's going on to the trans community, but when it happens to you, you're going to remain quiet. No, that's not what you're doing here. You went silent because you were getting attention. There was no need for you to draw more attention to you, because everything was literally centered around you and Bud Light. And so now that things are starting to die down, you want to come up here and make a video to become relevant again.
And I was waiting for the brand to reach out to me, but they never did. And for months now, I've been scared to leave my house. I have been ridiculed in public. I've been followed. And I have felt a loneliness that I wouldn't wish on anyone. And I'm not telling you this because
this is what blows my mind. What blows my mind is you have people like him, and even people like me who make content, who come on the internet and set themselves up for criticism, whether that be people that are conservative or liberal. It doesn't matter who you are. When you plaster your face, yourself, your opinions all over the internet, you're going to have some criticism thrown at you. That's going to happen to me. It's already happened to me. But I'm not going to cry bigotry and racism because people don't agree with me and you know, they're quote unquote bashing me about my opinions that I put out there. That's what blows my mind, is that they set themselves up for this. And then whenever they get the criticism, whether it be warranted or not, it's really not up to you as the content creator to say what your audience should criticize you or not on. Is irrelevant. So I don't understand how how this doesn't make sense to them. Whenever you're putting yourself on the internet, expect criticism. Not everybody is going to agree with you. Not everybody's going to agree with you 100% of the time. And especially if you're out here talking about controversial topics, you're going to have people that disagree with you voice their opinions. That happens all the time. And people like him, they get criticized. They tend to block you, censor you, not let you comment anymore because they can't handle it. They can't handle it. Anybody that criticizes me in my comments and my videos, I will never delete your comment. I will never censor your comment. A matter of fact, I might pin you to the top of the comment section and put you on the pin of shame. So let's keep going.
Because I want your pity. I am telling you this because if this is my experience from a very privileged perspective, know that it is much, much worse for other trans people.
Also, now he's privileged. He's no longer oppressed like he's been telling the whole world. But now he's privileged. We know you're privileged. You've been privileged. Only in a privileged society can only a privileged person do what you're doing. You would not be able to do this if you were anywhere else but America. If you were in the Middle East, if you were in Africa, if you were in Asia, this type of privilege does not exist. So you are privileged to begin with, for you to even express your ideas the way that you're doing, walk around here pretending to be a woman that you're not. That's called privilege. You I don't understand. That is literally the definition of it.
For a company to hire a trans person and then not publicly stand by them is worse, in my opinion, than not hiring a trans person at all, because it gives customers permission to be as transphobic and hateful as they want. And the hate doesn't end with me. It has serious and grave consequences for the rest of our community. And we're customers too. I know a lot of trans and queer people who love beer, and I have some lesbian friends who could drink some of those haters under the table. But to turn a blind eye and pretend everything is okay, it just isn't an option right now. And you might say, but Dylan, I don't want to get political. Babe, supporting trans people, it shouldn't be political.
You're right. It shouldn't be political. It should not be political. You're absolutely right. But whenever you guys are trying to implement policies, when you're trying to change policies, that's when it becomes political. You're trying to affect the lives of everyday people, everyday women, by changing policy, sports policy, bathroom policy, just civil rights as a whole for women. So when you're going and trying to change that, your whole identity now is political. So anybody that embraces you is basically embracing your ideology. So that when Bud Light puts your face on their can, they're embracing you and your ideology and what you preach and what the policies that you want to pass. So yeah, it's absolutely political when it comes down to this issue now, because y'all have brought it to the point where you're wanting to change policy. So now you're getting the reaction that you're getting. It's not society's fault. It's your fault.
There should be nothing controversial or divisive about working with us. And I know it's possible because I've worked with some fantastic companies who care, but caring about the LGBTQ plus community requires a lot more than just a donation somewhere during Pride Month. And all this to say, bottom line is that if you follow me, if I've made you smile, if you care about me, I need you to care about every trans person. And I need you to support us, and I need you to stand by us. And hey, it's still Pride Month. So I'm going to celebrate being alive, and I'm going to celebrate the trans people in my life and the ones I haven't met yet. And I'm going to celebrate the fact that no matter how many thousands of horrible messages or news anchors misgendering me or companies going silent, that I can look in the mirror and see the woman that I am and that I love being. And I know you were probably here for the tea of it all, but I would love for something productive to come from this. So there is a link in my bio to the Trans Law Center, who is.
Yeah, all right. We're not going to promote your whatever the hell you're trying to promote here. So yeah, there you have it. Let's see some of these comments. But he is not genuinely trans. He's a grifter, nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, he's not even a trans person. This dude still has his twigs and berries. Dylan might be a bigger grifter than Kenneth Copeland. Yeah, let's read this article here. Dylan Mulvaney plays victim after Bud Light fiasco, claiming loneliness. They never reached out to me. On Thursday, Dylan Mulvaney slammed Bud Light for a lack of support after their marketing partnership fiasco. The beer giant lost almost $20 billion in market cap, as well as its title as America's best-selling beer. Trans TikToker star Mulvaney claimed to have experienced more bullying and transphobia than I could have ever imagined. In a 4-minute Instagram video posted by the influencer on Thursday, Mulvaney said, for a company to hire, quote, for a company to hire a trans person and then not publicly stand by them is worse, in my opinion, than not hiring a trans person at all. It gives customers permission to be transphobic and hateful as they want. Yeah, so without including that last line right here, when he said for a company to hire a trans person and not publicly stand by them is worse, than, in my opinion, than not hiring a trans person at all. I actually agree on that. This right, I actually agree. Because whenever you're dealing with political issues like this as a corporation, you have to go all the way in whichever side that you chose to support. So you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's going to bite you in the butt, because the side that you've decided to alienate, they're already gone. They're already mad at you. And then the side that you're supporting, if you're not fully on board with their ideas and their ideology and supporting them, and you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, they're going to come after you, because they're basically saying you're fake. You're being fake. So now you already lost the other half of your customers, and then you're going to lose this other half that were trying to support or capitulate to, and you're losing them because you didn't go all the way. You didn't go all the way woke. So Mulvaney also alleged being followed and ridiculed and claimed to be scared to leave the house. Yeah, I highly doubt that happened. I'm sure if he was being followed, I'm sure it was like paparazzi or something, people that want to take pictures, people that want to interview him. You've put yourself in the limelight here. So, I mean, you should expect somebody, people to walk up to you and ask you questions. I mean, this is just the way it is. Mulvaney also lamented that the brand hasn't reached out since the fallout began. I have felt a loneliness that I wouldn't wish on anyone. So what were you doing before the brand reached out? Were you lonely then or what? Quote, I patiently waited for things to get better, but surprised they haven't. Mulvaney added, one thing that I will not tolerate people saying about me is that I don't like beer, because I love beer and I always have. Mulvaney also claimed to have hidden the original can so well it could not be found, and that it belonged in a museum behind bulletproof glass. Yeah, so I think he actually drank it. He probably drank it, and he thought he was probably going to get more cans and save the next one maybe. A spokesperson for Bud Light's parent company, Anheuser-Busch and Bev, told the Wall Street Journal in a statement, the privacy and safety of our employees and our partners is always our top priority. As we move forward, we will focus on what we do best, brewing great beer for everyone and earning our place in moments that matter to our customers. Yeah, that's exactly what you should have been doing. You should have just shut the hell up and just make beer and stay out of these political conversations as a corporation. I mean, as an individual, I don't care what you do, but if you're a company, I mean, this is you should stay away from politics 100%. Whether you're conservative leaning or not, whether you're liberal or not, I don't care. As a corporation, you shouldn't label yourself on any side of the political aisle. You're going to hurt your bottom line. That's just my opinion. So, I mean, that's all I got to say, man. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the like button down below. And if this is your first time on the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button for more content. And if you guys want to support me even further, I have links and to my donation, my Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. If you want to buy me a coffee or two, I would greatly appreciate it, but it's definitely not required. But that will be in the link in the description down below. Thanks for being here, guys. See you in the next video. Peace.